What is going on, everyone? Nav here, and today we are going to be solving the Leetcode problem to sum, which is a very easy, straightforward. It's like the first one you see and very notorious. So basically, let's go through it. Given an array of integers nums and an integer target, return the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to the target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. Okay, so here's the first example we're given. We're given this array nums here with a target of 9, and the output is 0 and 1 because 2 plus 7 is 9. Makes sense. Okay, example 2, we're given a target of 6 because 2 plus 4 is 6, so we get 1 and 2. And the last one, when the numbers are the same, the target is 6, we get 0 and 1. Here's some constraints they provide us, so we know that the length of nums is 2, but this is something I would ask typically, at the beginning of anything, and think of any possible base cases if these constraints are not invoked. Okay, so this one is interesting, pretty straightforward if you ask me. So let's go over to our drawing board. Let's try to think of a pattern that can help us achieve this type of goal. So let's just bring in this scenario here: 2, 7, 11, 1, 2, 7, 11, and 15. So 2, 7, 11, and 15, and we're looking for a target of 9. Okay. So what I want to do is I need to track, because I need the indices, right? I need indices. So I need some sort of way of, I'll make this like a math kind of T so it's easy to know it's not a plus. But I need a way of tracking. So like really, let me think about this for a second. So what I'm looking for is target. So you're at a current value. How do I know another value is in the array? My first thoughts is brute force. My first thoughts goes, okay, like start here and compare, like literally say, does this plus this equal 9? Does this plus this equal 9? Does this plus this equal 9? And then return those indices. The problem with that is that would be an ON squared solution, because that would be nested. That would nest a for loop, and we don't really want to do that. Now, let's think about, this is going to look really silly, but let's think about our basic math scenario, right? So let's take this scenario. X plus Y equals T, right? We're given T. So we know we're given T, right? So we're looking more so at X plus Y equals 9 in this case, right? So can't I just plug in the current number for X? So let X equal the current number, right? Move it over, and then basically we end up with, in this case, 2 plus Y equals 9. Y equals 9 minus 2, right? So really we're looking for something that satisfies that. Now, one of the important things to note is that the order doesn't matter, right? So if the order doesn't matter, then I can find Y first. It won't matter. Like if I track the previous values in some sort of object, then I can solve this pretty easily. So basically what I'm saying is that I'm going to go through each element and I'm going to run this operation here. And I'm going to use a map, right? A map. It's going to be value mapped to index, right? And the reason I want to do this is because when I do this operation, so when I do like target minus current, right? I want to look that up. Let's call this D for data or mapping or whatever. I want to look that up here, right? If this exists, right? Then we return cur index and this value, right? D at T minus cur, which will hold the index because we did value to index mapping here. So let me just pull it out here so you guys can see a little more clearly. But yeah, that's pretty straightforward problem to me. It makes sense. So let's go into here and get started. So the first thing I need is a map. that map, and I'll just put a little note here. That mapping will be value to index, right? So the key will be, and I'll just make this like this so it's a bit easier. Key equals value equals index. Or I guess to make this not as confusing, we'll say num. Okay, then all I need to do is literally say for let I equals 0 and I is less than nums dot length, right? I plus plus. So here's just a one for loop to get the job done kind of thing, right? Okay, so I'm on the current. Let's go back here. So I need to just do this operation here. It's just math. So if the mapping at the target minus the current exists, then I found my answer. Otherwise, I just need to add the current value index mapping to my object. So if d at nums at I think it's going to be target minus nums at I exists, right? Then, and you know what? Just to make this less lines, let me do this. Let me just say let mapped value equal that. So if mapped value, right? Then return an array of I and mapped value, right? Since the order doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, right? Otherwise, else, we are going to just say d at, so we're doing, oh gosh, this is my head. Hold on. We're going to do value to index mapping. So this would be nums at I is going to equal I, right? And I think that's it. Let's try that. We got a wrong answer on the first test case. Undefined. I wonder if this value, if mapped value doesn't equal undefined, maybe? Since undefined is not considered. Okay, let's try that. And yeah, there we go. We got it. I'm happy with this one. So yeah, we were able to solve two sum pretty easily here. And yeah, my solution seems to be pretty good. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure you like and subscribe for more awesome videos like this one. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.